Astronomers photographed a pink planet in 2013. 13 years later, they still don't know if it's actually a planet. It's called GJ504b, 57 light-years away, in the constellation Virgo, orbiting a star that's slightly hotter and younger-looking than our Sun. And it glows. Not reflected light, its own light. Heat left over from the violent process of its formation, still radiating outward, thousands of years after the planet finished forming. Here's the part that broke people's brains when they first saw it: the color. If you could fly close enough to touch its clouds, you wouldn't see the orange and cream bands of Jupiter. You'd see pink, a dark, dusty magenta. One NASA scientist described it as looking like a cherry blossom. That color isn't paint, and it isn't artistic license. It's raw infrared radiation, filtered through an atmosphere that's almost completely free of the thick haze most gas giants have. Less haze means less scattering. Less scattering means the true color of its inner heat leaks straight through. When astronomers first calculated its mass, they landed on about 4 times the mass of Jupiter. Small for a gas giant, definitely a planet. Case closed. Except the math had a hidden variable, the age of its host star. And nailing down a star's exact age is brutally hard. As researchers refined their measurements over the following decade, the star's estimated age crept upward from under 200 million years to potentially over 4 billion. And here's why that number matters so much. The older a planet star is, the more time that planet has had to cool down and dim. So if GJ504b's star turned out to be billions of years old, and the planet was still glowing this brightly, it couldn't weigh 4 Jupiters anymore. It would have to weigh 25. At 25 times the mass of Jupiter, GJ504b crosses a line that planets aren't supposed to cross. It edges into brown dwarf territory, an object massive enough to almost become a star, but never quite igniting nuclear fusion in its core. Not a planet, not a sun, something stuck in between, and astronomers are still actively debating which side it belongs on. And just when you'd think the story was finished, in 2026, the James Webb Space Telescope turned its instruments on GJ504b and detected something nobody expected. Salt. Actual crystallized salt clouds, drifting through its upper atmosphere. It's the first time salt clouds have ever been confirmed on a world outside our solar system. A pink, possibly not a planet, salted alien world, discovered over a decade ago, photographed dozens of times since, and we still can't fully agree on what it is. So here's the question: planet or failed star? Vote in the comments, and follow for the next object hiding in plain sight that science hasn't figured out yet.